You are looking live at the finish line of the 15th Dolphins Cancer Challenge. Thousands of runners, walkers, and bike riders all doing their part today to raise money to fight cancer. It was an early morning for the first of the riders. Those participating in the 99-mile Jason Taylor ride crossed the starting line around 6 a.m. Hi there, and thank you for joining us for this CBS News Miami special, Challenging Cancer. I'm Lauren Pastrana, and we are live right now at the Miami International Autodrome right here at Hard Rock Stadium. Behind me, Dolphins Cancer Challenge participants are making their way through the finish line to claim their hard-earned medals today. It's been an incredible day. The energy is just off the charts, and things are really just getting started here. About 1:30 this afternoon, there will be a living proof parade featuring survivors. Then at 1:45, Third Eye Blind will take the stage right here to perform. But before participants get to enjoy the festivities, well, they have to cross the finish line first, and that's where we find CBS News Miami anchor Betty Wynn. Betty, what is the energy like there down at the finish line?
It is off the charts. I mean, it's been such a glorious day out here. The weather is perfect, but most importantly, we have actually over 7,000 people who have come out to participate in this event. We've got cyclists who are just crossing the finish line right now, but this guy right here, can you believe, this is William from the City of West Palm Beach Fire Department. He ran in this entire gear. How much does this all weigh?
Somewhere between 60 and 84 pounds, depending on who it is.
Isn't that phenomenal? And the best part of this is he is a survivor. Tell me about your story.
I had cancer 10 years ago, myxoid liposarcoma in my left leg, and thank goodness completely cancer-free now for 10 years this August.
Absolutely. We're so thankful for that. But you are running on behalf of others as well. Tell me about who.
I'm running on my brother, Herbie Tyler. His sister just passed away recently, so we're running for Tanya as well. My brother's wife just had cancer back in December, just had surgery, so she's recovering. And then all the members at the West Palm Beach Fire Department, that come across, unfortunately, in our careers, we run across it. So if we could do this much and everybody does that, we can get a cure.
Absolutely. And I see your brother over there. He's red in the face because he just ran in his gear as well. And his wife, who is recovering, she's out here. I mean, there's so many survivors out here, and that is what this is all about. It is funding research so that we can find a cure to this. And you believe we're going to find a cure?
I believe we will, yes. With this kind of turnout, absolutely.
What's it like out here running in that?
It's a little warm, I'm not going to lie, but it's also not 100 degrees out today, so, I can do it, no problem. We all can do it.
And the energy is just off the charts?
Through the roof. Unbelievable. Look at the crowds. Screaming, yelling. Love it. It's awesome.
It is.
Bigger every year.
Absolutely. It is such a fantastic event. Lauren, you know this very well. I know that you ran a little bit earlier today. I saw you sweating it out here on this very track. And, big names are coming out. We had the owner out here today. We had McDaniel, the coach, out here today. We had Tua out here today on this very track. He's walking with his family as well. So, everybody within this community is supporting such an important cause, which is the Dolphins Cancer Challenge, and is raising a ton of money. So far, we're hearing about $14 million, which surpasses last year.
Just incredible what this event is able to accomplish. Yeah, I had it a lot easier, though. I was not wearing all that gear out there, but certainly a strenuous run today. I know a lot of these riders have had quite the ride this morning. 99 miles, some of them, some down to 13. And of course, those 5K walkers and runners making their way across the finish line right now. Betty, thanks so much for that. Joining me now is Elizabeth Jenkins, the chairperson of the Dolphins Cancer Challenge. Elizabeth, just another amazing year, but the fun isn't even over yet. Seeing all these people crossing the finish line and just what this event is able to accomplish year after year, what goes through your mind seeing this?
It's pretty amazing. I mean, it's like our Super Bowl, to be honest. It's my favorite day of the year. Just to see the passion people have, their family members cheering for them. They all have a story, and obviously their story is somehow integrated with the word cancer, and they want to figure out a way to eradicate this disease. So we're happy that we could give them that opportunity.
And you've really stepped up here. You have actually said in the past, I was reading on the DCC website, that you were kind of hesitant to take on this role following the passing of your husband, the late, great Jason Jenkins here, who did so much for the community, so much for the Dolphins. But you said it was a sermon from your pastor that said, you know, this is a gift. You got to go out there. And this truly is a gift to this community. Why did that push you to take such a big leadership role in this organization?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously when you have something tragic like that shake your world a little bit, you really look and see what your priorities are. You know, I think I've really leaned in an area where there's nothing bad that's going to happen in life that's not going to be turned for good, and I really believe that, and this is what the DCC has been for our family and our lives, and I think leaning in is the best way to give back, and it's the best way to honestly to honor my husband's legacy is to give back to this community that has loved him so much.
Impact-wise, are you just blown away to hear these dollar figures? Yesterday when I checked, it was past 10 million. I know that's even higher now, and that's just added to the total from the last 14 years of more than $75 million.
Yes.
I mean, these are mind-blowing numbers here.
These are mind-blowing numbers. I think if you told me 3 years ago that, you know, we are probably going to be north of 14 million in 3 years, I probably would not have believed you, but it's a real true testament of the Dolphins organization, the great work Sylvester continuously does in our community, and this community itself, that they come and support this cause every year. And there are people who have done this all 15 years, and they say that the people they ride with or walk with are family to them. And, you know, I think that is the reason we're a fabric of what this community is.
Yeah.
So.
And Sylvester has this wonderful program where they actually Believe in You program, where survivors actually train. Once they, you know, go through all the chemo and radiation and the treatment, they then train because they're so ready and willing to give back and take part in an event like this. So it really is a full circle moment.
It is a full circle moment. I was talking to the doctor who runs that program, Dr. Crane, and she was like, you know, when they first thought of this idea, they had 10 people participate. And I think they may have been having over 160, which is phenomenal. And she has so many amazing stories. She was laughing and telling me that the WhatsApp channel for the text message channel that they use for the people to keep on encouraging them while they're going through this is so inspirational. And I love that we can give them this opportunity of a goal that they can work for.
It's absolutely wonderful. I've had the honor of telling some of their stories. I'm so glad to be able to share your story here today and the wonderful mission of the DCC. Elizabeth Jenkins, thank you for being here and for all you do for the DCC.
Thank you for everything.
And for the community. Thank you so much. Now, the DCC started as an event to support Dolphins great Jim Mandich during his cancer battle. I sat down with his son, Michael, the Grand Marshal of today's event, to talk about what this day means. We'll have part of our conversation next. Now, did you know the Dolphins Cancer Challenge is the NFL's largest fundraising event? It's raised more than $75 million for Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center since its inception in 2010. Welcome back. I'm Lauren Pastrana with CBS News Miami, and we are live right now at the Miami International Autodrome at Hard Rock Stadium, where riders, walkers, and runners are making their way across the finish line of the 15th Dolphins Cancer Challenge. What an electric event out here in Miami Gardens right now. Let's check in again with CBS News Miami anchor Betty Nguyen down by the finish line. Betty, I know a lot of people near you really feeling accomplished by what they were able to do here today.
Absolutely. In fact, the owner just walked right past us. He participated in this run and race, I should say walk. He actually walked along with two and some of the other members of the Dolphins team. But I want to talk about survivors today because we have Karen O'Hare here, and she is a survivor. Talk to us a little bit about your story.
Well, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, triple negative, in 2022. And I was in treatment for chemo for 6 months and then treatment for a full year because I had immunotherapy. And then in 23, I finished my treatment. And then last year I did my first walk for the Miami Dolphins, and I was able to raise like $1,200 last year. This year, I've got 4 people walking with me, so I got a whole family of people coming with me this year.
That is fantastic. Now, how does it feel because you got diagnosed in 2022? And talk to me about how you figured out you had cancer.
It was I mean, I had to go, I started off at the hospital gym, just training with the medical trainers, and then eventually I went to the regular gym after a year, and I have a personal trainer that helps me get my fitness level up, and it's been wonderful, yeah.
You've recovered so well, but in finding the diagnosis, though, it was just a regular mammogram, correct?
Yes, I had my regular mammogram always in June around my birthday, and they saw something they didn't like, and that's when I found out, yeah. I was very lucky because it was very aggressive.
Which is so important, especially for our viewers watching, how those regular mammograms, if you can get one yearly, would you say that that's just as important?
I'm sorry?
A yearly mammogram.
Oh, absolutely. Yearly mammograms are so important. I advocate for that with everyone I know. I say, get your mammogram.
What does it feel like to be out here today?
Oh my God, it's so amazing. It's so wonderful. It's just great to be alive.
Absolutely, especially after what you've been through, right? Yeah. And you're with a company that how many people do they bring here today?
Well, there's 300 people on our team with the Kai's company. Some of them are biking and a lot of them are walking too, but I personally brought four people with me.
I love it. You got your medal around your neck. Yeah. You are a champion today in more ways than one, and it feels good. This energy, it is so contagious out here. Everyone is so very excited to be out here, not only to participate in such an amazing event, but also to try to find a cure, and that's what this is all about, Lauren.
Betty truly is so special. I'm hearing all the cheers as people continue to cross the finish line, and she really had the great idea. It's just great to be alive, not just to be out here, but be alive and having an amazing time. Betty, keep tabs on things down us for there, and we will see you again in just a little bit. For the family of Dolphins legend Jim Mad Dog Mandich, this event is personal. It was started to support his battle against cancer. His son Michael is Grand Marshal of today's event, and I sat down with him recently to talk about his dad and how far the DCC has come.
What would your dad and your mom make of where this event is today?
Oh, I think he'd be a little shocked. It was just 300 people when we initially started, and to see where it's several thousand people coming out, I think he would be incredibly proud. He'd probably go, all right, Miami, or some great saying that he would have. And he would have come out for years and years if, certainly if he would have survived.
And we want to welcome now Miami Dolphins center, Aaron Brewer. Aaron, thank you so much for joining us. I know you just got off the bike a little bit ago. You did the 13-mile ride. How you feeling?
I feel amazing, man. Got me a good little workout, good burn, and it's good competition out there. I had a blast.
Absolutely. Now, we all have our why. So many people here, some are survivors and some are running and riding and walking on behalf of someone or in memory of someone. What's your why? Why are you out here today?
For that same reason as well, You said, like, all these people, like, somebody's riding for somebody doing it for somebody. I'm doing it for them. Also, I had people in my family as well. My great-grandmother, she had breast cancer. A while back, she passed, like, my early days in college. And so, I just do this for them, man. When I was riding throughout the ride, I just had that in my mind, push myself, that extra chip for them, that extra hard, that extra determination that they have to push through the things they have and the adversities they have, So that's what I was out here doing it for.
And this is your first DCC, right?
First time.
The largest fundraiser in the NFL. Are you kind of blown away that the team could put something like this on in the midst of everything else they've got going on here at Hard Rock Stadium?
No, that's crazy. It's amazing. It's a blessing that we can do it as well. I love it.
And other teammates participated as well, or are you representing?
We had a couple of us out here. I tried to come in first out of the guys I was with. I didn't make it. I came in second, but, we had some guys out here competing and really giving it they all,
Nice little off-season workout.
Absolutely. I needed this morning.
All right. Thank you so much, Aaron Brewer, for being with us here this afternoon as we welcome in all the riders and walkers and runners at the finish line here at Hard Rock Stadium. We have so much more ahead when we come back. You definitely don't want to miss this. But first, each of the rides today are named for Miami Dolphins legends who are in the NFL Hall of Fame. The 13-mile ride is named for none other than Dan Marino. The 39-mile ride named for Larry Zonka. The 54-mile ride is for Zach Thomas, who was out there today. And the 99-mile ride is named for Jason Taylor. Welcome welcome back to our CBS Miami special, Challenging Cancer. There's a lot of pride and just a lot of excitement behind us right now as DCC participants continue to cross the finish line. Let's check back in with CBS News Miami anchor Betty Nguyen. Betty, wouldn't it be great if you could just bottle up this feeling? It is just magical out here today.
Absolutely. There is so much excitement and so much love out here because these are survivors. These are people who've been through so much, and they are here to walk across this finish line just like this guy right here. I'm talking to Chris McHugh. Let me tell you, he's not just a one-time cancer survivor. He's a two-time cancer survivor and a stage 4 colon cancer, which is very, very difficult. Talk to me about your journey.
It just happened, and my wife and I, and we fought through it, got down here to the University of Miami. They had me on the table within hours, and they just did miracle workers on me. I mean, my physicians, just one level after another, took care of me, fed me through the right things, got me on the right path, and all the prayer chants that we had, and just the power of prayer got us through it all.
Hey, congratulations to you. This is amazing. Now, after you got that diagnosis and you beat colon cancer, stage 4, right?
Right.
Then you got another diagnosis.
Then I got another diagnosis from my colon cancer of lung cancer. Went through that, had a minor operation to take off a portion of my lung, had a little bit more chemo, and went through it all over again. Just met with my doctor 3 weeks ago. He says, I'm tired of seeing you. See you in 6 months. So it's worked out well. I mean, it's well, and all the foundations work with the University of Miami and go through this cancer surgeries and opportunities that we all have. It's just great. You can't say much about too much.
It feels good to be alive, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It feels good every day.
He is living his life to his fullest. After all of this, he traveled the world, and today he's staying for the Third Eye Blind concert, which is going to be after everyone crosses the finish line. And I hear that you're going to be in the mosh pit.
Of course I am. You can only do it once, you know. You got to take advantage of everything.
Hey, I'm out there with you.
That's it.
Let's do it.
That's
All right, Lauren, back to you.
YOLO, Betty, YOLO. You only live once. I want to see you out there in the mosh pit as well. Betty Nguyen, thank you so much. Right now, we want to welcome Miami Dolphins offensive lineman Austin Jackson. Austin, thanks so much for being with us. You're in your cycling gear. Tell me about the ride you participated in today.
It was great. You know, I did the 13-mile ride. There was a great visual look driving through Opelika around the stadium. It was a lot of fun. I want to do it again next year.
And this is your first time?
Yes, this is my first time.
What do you make of this entire experience? This is a football team putting on a big cycling event that's making a huge impact in this community.
I love it. DCC and everything DCC stands for is amazing to me. I feel like cancer has touched every human on earth, whether it's someone in your close family or someone, you know, a family friend. You know, everyone knows somebody who's experienced dealing with it. So I like how we all get to come together and, you know, work towards a common goal and raise money. You know, it's important.
Do you see fans out there?
Oh, of
Riding
course.
along with the fans. What's that like?
It's crazy because people are yelling my name and I'm just trying to focus and finish. But, you know, I'm glad to be out here. I love it. I love the energy.
You mentioned that everyone is touched by this disease in some way or another. Do you have a personal why, or are you just here on behalf of everyone out here who's dealing with this?
Personally, I have had a couple family members who have dealt with cancer, you know, my father, my grandfathers. But yeah, I'm here for everybody still. It's definitely my why as well. It's personal for me, but also I know everyone's dealing with it.
How good does it feel to have your medal? You got your medal?
It's good. I earned this.
Someone says this is like the Super Bowl. How are you feeling? It's still very special. We will treasure these. He did the 13 miles. I did the 5K, but hey, maybe next time I'll ride the bike. Team CBS Miami well represented with a lot of riders and a lot of 5K walkers and runners as well, but I know so many people will cherish these medals. Austin, thank you so much for being with us today and for all you're doing for the community, for the Dolphins, and for the Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Now, the CBS News Miami special, Challenging Cancer, is coming right back. You don't want to miss it. But first, this is how big of an impact the DCC made in 2024. 6,400 participants brought in over $12 million. That number allowed the DCC to fulfill its $75 million commitment to Sylvester 2 years ahead of schedule. We are almost out of time here at Hard Rock Stadium, but before we go, we want to check in one more time with CBS News Miami anchor Betty Nguyen. Betty, there is no shortage of inspiration out here today, right?
Absolutely. I wish we had all the time in the world because there's so many amazing stories like this guy right here. This is Francisco. He is a high school biology teacher in Fort Lauderdale who actually got diagnosed with leukemia. Tell me about your story.
Yes, I was diagnosed with acute lymphocytic leukemia in 2012. And then I was treated at Sylvester Cancer Center. They gave me my induction chemo there. And I was put in remission February 28th of 12, and that's it. I've been cancer-free ever since.
That's right.
Yes.
And the great thing about being out here is you get to be among others who have survived. Tell me about what it's been like for you to participate in this.
It's been great to give back because all the proceeds go exactly 100% to the institution that saved my life. So that's what I do it for.
Absolutely. And as a teacher, what's your message to everyone out there?
My message is to pretty much look at warning signs that you have. At the first sign of something that is not right with you, go get it checked out. Because my symptoms came very fast. I was very tired, pale, had fevers at night, so I went to get it checked. And
you're here today, thankfully.
Here today, yes.
Well, we're so thankful that you're here today. Congratulations, you got your medal there, and you did it.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, and that's what this is all about, right? Making sure you get your examinations to catch this early if you can. We've seen people catch it early. We've seen stage 4. We've seen survivors of all sorts out here today, and that's what this is all about. Ultimately, to find a cure. Lauren?
Betty, it is all about seeing those living proof t-shirts out there on the track today. That's going to do it here from the Miami International Autodrome at Hard Rock Stadium. Of course, look for a wrap-up of the Dolphins Cancer Challenge tonight on CBS News Miami at 6, 7, and 11 o'clock. And to meet some of the cancer fighters participating in today's event, just go to our website, cbsmiami.com, and click on the Challenging Cancer tab. I'm Lauren Pastrana, and on behalf of the entire CBS Miami team, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day.